Welcome back to the Chicago White Sox Draft Only franchise. We are sitting here on August 14th. We have 44 games left in the regular season, and we are tied with the Royals, 2 games ahead of the Twins, 2 ahead of the Guardians. If we look at the wild card standings, we're sitting in number 2 wild card right now. Yankees are 1 game behind the Twins and Guardians. Angels are 2 back. Red Sox are 5. If we look at our schedule, we got a 3-game home series right here against Minnesota. Baltimore, I believe they're a first-place team. That'll be a tough series. And also go to the Yankees near the end of September. That will be a big series that might dictate whether we are a division winner, a wild card team, or out of the playoffs completely. I'm going to try and show you as much as I can. It's a lot, 44 games to fit in. I will just sim this series, show you the box scores, and show you what we did. Get us through the September call-ups. I have not figured that out. I'll figure it out as we go. And then if we jump into some player locks, it'll likely be in this series against Minnesota and in this series against the Yankees. And if we're rolling and we don't have to worry about making the playoffs, we'll just jump right in. If it comes down to the last series against Boston, and that's crucial for us to get in, then you might see a full game's worth. But we'll just see how this month goes. So strap in, 44 games to go. Hopefully we can finish this off. And if we don't get a division win, we can get in as a wild card and get some postseason action in this franchise. And now it's time to find out what our draft picks' real ratings are. Let's hop in here. Cross your fingers. Got a lot of non-rated guys that our Discovery Scout found. So hopefully he did a really good job. So let's hop in and see. Look at all of that blue. Oh my goodness. So Farazell, I didn't scout him until late. Maybe like in the last 4 weeks we scouted him. And he comes in with a 92 potential, 65 overalls. Durability is not the greatest, but he has decent defense. Clutch isn't bad. It's actually higher than his contact, and he's got great power. So maybe if we can develop the vision, discipline, and clutch, or work on the contact and get him up, he could be someone that could help us in the not too distant future. You know, it might take him 2 or 3 years, but there we go. And Miguel Rodriguez, the closer, 95 potential, 76 overall. Be curious to see what the other guy was. His pitching clutch is only a 54, so we're going to have to put a lot of training into that. But his hits, strikeouts, walks, and home runs per 9 are all in the 70s. I would say he's got a really good chance to be in our bullpen next year as a setup guy. Nigel Buchanan, 86 overall. 86 potential, 61 overall, 84 strikeouts. He's going to strike out the world, but his hits and walks are very low. Pitching clutch is low, so he's going to have to get all of that trained up before he's even close to being usable at the major league level. Donnie Ramirez, the first baseman. There we go. 88 potential, 71 overall. Great hitting. Again, durability's down. I see that a lot in these draft classes. Guy looks like he's really good, but his durability sucks, so he gets injured a lot. Defense isn't bad. I mean, he's a first baseman. That's not bad for first base. Actually might steal a few bags with 52 steal. So, hey, we found him really late. We didn't even get him totally scouted out. I think I only got to scout him for 1 week. Gotta love that. And he can play some right field, although his defense doesn't say right field, it says left field more than anything. But, all right, 2 good bats. Gotta like that. And got an 87 potential, 59 overall center fielder. So he's going to take a while. Great speed. Just going to take a while to develop. And he's 21, so I'm not sure how much he's really going to help. Rodriguez, 89 potential, 61 overall. Again, hits and strikeouts and home runs are low. Pitching clutch is low. He's kind of like that Medrano build where he has really great walks per 9. So get him trained up. He's going to be a while away. He's 18 as well. Benji Quinn's our only one that's not a B, and he just missed it by 1. 79 potential, 61 overall. Again, defense isn't great, but has great speed, really good vision, discipline, and contact. Vision, discipline, and clutch. And he does have good contact. It's just his power's down. So, not bad. So, we got 2 young outfielders. We got a first baseman. We got a catcher that could probably play first or outfield as well. A stud closer. Some good young pitchers. And at the end of the draft, we got an 87 potential, 59 overall. And he just has to train up his per 9s. So, I would say this might be one of our best draft classes ever, top to bottom. Look at all of that blue. Wow. Let's get in here. So Signs was the guy that we were considering taking at the top of the draft, 89 potential, 65 overall. So the injury didn't hurt him nearly as much, but I'll gladly take that. We'll take the 92-65 over the 89-65, especially with the other arms we got. Let's see who else is in here. They didn't sign. Kansas City only signed one guy. Wow. And that's the closer that we didn't take. And his pitching clutch is low, so I'm glad we did not take him. Okay. They signed one guy. Holy crap. I get a 95 potential, 67 overall shortstop. Way to go, Twins. Salgado, we thought he was overrated. 87-58, not bad. Didn't scout him. He's all power, no contact. Wow. All these teams did not sign players. That means they're going to be in the next year's draft. Wow, 93 potential, 62 overall. I didn't even look at this guy. I wonder if he's someone that they discovered that we missed. I don't remember this guy at all. Great hitter, though. Terrible durability. Okay, that's the second baseman. I said that was going to be a B potential in the 70s, and he looks like he came in on the lower end. 81-75, yeah, because he would have been 89-79, right? So he came in 4 lower. Excellent. Look at that 92 clutch. The dude's going to be a raking machine at the plate. Just doesn't have a lot of power. Great speed, though. Kind of reminds me of Brendan Donovan of the Cardinals with a lot more speed. Wow, didn't sign him. All these guys that didn't get signed. Schaefer, considered him. 84 potential, not bad. Wouldn't have been a bad pick. Shepard, I did not scout that catcher. Looks like he's slightly better than the guy we got, so maybe I should have. That's okay. I'm happy with the guy we got. 94 potential. This guy was on our board. Those walks per 9 just kind of scared me away. 94 potential in the last round. Wow. Perigo was a consideration at the top, but he's left-handed. Ooh, gosh, a 61 overall in the first round. That's terrible. 61 potential, 57 overall. Whoa. Where did this guy? I did not see this guy at all. 99 potential, 64 overall. Yankees. He's got 34 durability. So, wow, this guy's pretty good. His discipline's not very good. He's got a ways to go. He needs to develop power. So he's basically a leadoff type hitter. But 34 durability. He might be on the DL quite a bit. Calvert was another guy we considered. He had terrible hits per 9. Ramos, 88, 58. Brooks, he was another pitcher we considered. Yep, there's his stamina. I was worried about his stamina being high enough to be a starting pitcher. Anybody under 70, I consider a closer or a relief pitcher. Not a closer, but a relief pitcher, not a starting pitcher. They just don't pitch enough innings. He'd probably lucky to get through 5 innings every start. Great velocity, though. But hey, we got to be happy with this draft class from top to bottom. All right, 3 games at home against the Twins. Ricky McCann taking on Simeon Woods Richardson in game 1. Let's sim this out and see what happens. And the Sox win 5-3. Jack Caglione, 2 for 4. Triple and a home run, 3 RBI. Colson Montgomery had 3 hits, including 2 RBI. Ricky McCann gives up 3 and 7 innings, 6 Ks, no walks, improves to 10 and 7. Garrett Lewis gets his 38th save. There we go. Game 2 against Minnesota, we see Davey Garcia taking on Pablo Lopez, and we lose 6-2. Matt Wallner and Byron Buxton with home runs. Pablo only gives up 2 runs in 7 innings. Sean Canones, there we go, 4 for 4 with 2 doubles. Juan Brito drives in 2. Carrick has 2 hits, but Garcia 4 runs, 11 hits in 4 innings. Not good. So we dropped the second game. And game 3, Cade Cavalli against Casey Mize. And the Sox get blown out 11-1. Goodness, Royce Lewis with 4 hits. Buxton with another home run. Casey Mize, it's a great game. Proves to 12 and 5. 3 hits for Montgomery, 2 hits for Canones. And Cavalli didn't do bad, but the bullpen, goodness. Schnell, 2 runs, no out. Didn't get anybody out. Kolek gives up 4 in only a third of an inning, and Patino gives up 3 in 1 inning. So It doesn't look like Schnell is cutting it in the bullpen. We might have to send him back down. And we will be sending Paul Schnell down. You can see 15 games, 13 innings, giving up 23 hits, 16 runs, 3 home runs. That's not good. So we'll send him back down. Thought we'd give him a shot. He was just tearing it up, less than a 1 ERA down in the minors. So we'll send him back down and likely bring a hitter back up. And Gabriel Rincones is going to be back up to the major leagues. And during the Houston series, Jack Caglione strained his calf. He's going to be out 1 to 6 days. Hopefully that's on the shorter end of that. And we need to get that bat back in there. You can see he's hitting .242, 19 home runs, 57 RBIs. A little off this year. Slugging's almost 100 points lower. His on-base percentage is down as well. So we really need to get him back. So maybe a few days off won't hurt at all. And get him ready to go for the stretch run. And it didn't take very long. Jack only sat out 2 games, so that's good. Need his bat. We have lost 6 out of 8 since we started this episode in the sim. Not good. So hopefully he can get back in there and get this offense going. It is September call-up time. You can see the White Sox are tied with the Royals, 1 game each behind the Guardians and the Twins. Such a tight race for the wild card and the division. And we are going to call up one of our top prospects for September, Alfredo Villa. 13 home runs, 12 steals, hitting .272. We're going to call him up, bring him up to the major leagues, and see if he can help out at first base and in left field. And we're also going to bring Paul Schnell up one more time to see if he can cut it at the major league level this season. And we are here for Alfredo Villa's major league debut against the Baltimore Orioles. Excited for this one. He's been tearing up in the minors. You can see our standings here. There's a 4-way tie for first place in the AL Central. So everything is tight. But Villa was picked after Canones and Lewis and before Maddox and Rocha in 2025. And this will be our first time to see him at the major league level. And you can see Baltimore starts it off with a walk. Stolen base by Cowser. Puts him in scoring position. Kjerstad walks. Now we got 2 on. Nobody out. Gunnar Henderson. It's a single, and Cowser is out at the plate, so they don't score. 2 on, 1 out now. Jackson Holiday. It's a fly out, so there's 2 outs. Brings up Logan O'Hoppe, still 2 on, 2 out. And he strikes out. And now the bottom of the first. Canones leading off for the White Sox. And he singles. Dexter Watley up now. He flies out. Roman Anthony, one of our hottest hitters. Canones steals seconds. Now he's in scoring position for Anthony. He strikes out, so 2 outs. Monty's up now. Need a big hit here. And he does single. Drives in the first run of the game, so 1 on, 2 out now for Rocha. Sox on the board first. And he draws a walk. So now we have 2 on, 2 out. Let's go Jack. He's been struggling lately. And he singles. Now it's 2-0 White Sox, and we're going to get our first look at Alfredo Villa in the first inning. Didn't expect that with him hitting 7th. And here we are facing Dean Kramer. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 pitch, and he swings and misses on the splitter. Nasty pitch. So he strikes out in his first AB. But the Sox have a great first inning, scored 2 runs, all with 2 outs in this big game against a first-place Baltimore Orioles team. Now we hop ahead to the bottom of the 4th. Villa leading off for Chicago. Nice to get him going, get his first major league hit out of the way. 3-1 pitch from Kramer. Is going to be looped into left field, and it is going to drop. So there we go. Hey, you ask for it and you receive, right? So Alfredo Villa gets his first major league hit, a little bloop to left field. And the Sox get their leadoff man on here in the 4th inning as they collect that ball for him. There we go. Brian Snitker taking that to the dugout. Unfortunately, Villa would be stranded, would not score. Get a replay of this. Gets his bat out in front. Inside pitch, just gets enough. And he gets on base for his first hit. Now we hop ahead to the bottom of the 6th inning. Baltimore got a solo homer by Suarez in the top of the 5th. Monty had a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 5th. And now it's time for Villa's 3rd at-bat. All right, Sox up 4-1, leading off here in the bottom of the 6th. Alfredo Villa. Ground ball inside the first base bag, down into the corner. And he's going to get his first extra base hit after getting his first major league hit last time up. There we go. Alfredo Villa. Seeing eye double. He does the bowling follow through there. just over the bag into the corner. And now we got a man in scoring position as Sox try to add more. That'll bring up Jeremy De La Rosa. 2-2 pitch, and that's a shot, and it's out of here. 6-1 Chicago.
You can put it on the board, yes!
De La Rosa with the deep fly to center field. Chicago's running away with this game early. There we go, Jeremy. Hasn't had as good a season this year as in the past, but we'll take it. And Baltimore added a run in the 7th. So now we have Villa back up again with 2 on and 1 out. 2-1 pitch. And it's going to be a fly ball to left field. Drifting back to the track. And he's got it. Throw comes in. Runner on second goes to third. So couldn't quite get it over his head. Now we have men at the corners and 2 out. And that would be it as the Sox would hang on and win this game 7-4. White Sox would score 1 in the 8th. Orioles will add 2 in the 9th. Garrett Lewis comes in, get his 42nd save. We look at the box score here. 3 hits for Hurstad, including 3 RBI. Had a double and a home run. 2 hits for Holiday. Home run by Suarez. Kramer gives up 2. Gibson gets lit up for 4. Head over to the White Sox side. Quinones has 2 hits. Colson Montgomery 3 hits, 3 RBI, including a home run. Villa with 2 hits. Edgar Caro with 2 hits. We had 4 doubles in the game, 2 home runs. Garcia 2 runs in 6 innings. Brisky gives up the 2-run shot to Hurstad in the 9th. Lewis gets the save, his 42nd of the season. Chicago wins all-important game against Baltimore. After losing 2 out of 3 to Minnesota back here in August, it's now time to take them on at their place. We are 2.5 games out of first. Only a half game ahead of the Guardians and Royals, so it's still a really tight split here. And if we look at the wild card standings, we are the top 3 teams with the Yankees a game and a half out. Looks like the Angels and Red Sox are not going to be in it. So it's a 4-team race for 3 spots. And if we can make some hay here, we may have a chance to win the division, especially since we have Detroit and Oakland. We do have some other tough series with Milwaukee, the Yankees, Boston, and the Mets. So we need to make hay against the A's in Detroit and really need to make up some ground right here in this series. 2 out of 3 is definitely necessary. A sweep would be awesome, but I don't expect that. You can see we crushed Toronto. And so what we're going to do is hop in here and we're just going to quick manage the games so I can control the bullpen. The game still loves to bring in Stephen Kolek no matter where I put him in the bullpen. And he is not doing the best this season. He's regressing a little, especially in his home runs per 9. He's been awesome for us up until this year. So I'm going to try and manage that as much as possible. So let's hop in here and do some quick manage on these 3 games and get through them quickly and see where we stand for the rest of the month. Here we are, game 1 of this crucial 3-game series in September at Target Field. See Minnesota's wearing their City Connect uniforms. I actually kind of like those. And on the mound for Minnesota is David Festa. You can see he's 9-7 with an ERA close to 5. So should give us plenty of opportunities for hits and runs today. And Quinones leads off with a strikeout. Watley grounds out. Anthony singles. Montgomery strikes out. Walker Jenkins walks. Steals second base. Correa grounds out. Lewis flies out. And Wallner grounds out. All right, no score 3-1. Caglione grounding out. Villa grounds out. Rocha walks. And we get a strikeout from De La Rosa. Buxton doubles. Vaughn singles him in, so it's 1-0 Minnesota. 2-run shot by Francisco Mejia. Hagen Smith giving up 3 runs early. Now an error. Strikeout, a single. They have men at the corners with 1 out. Caught stealing, so now we just have a man on third with 2 outs, and a flyout gets us out of this. So now we're down 3-0. Caro gets us going again. He's been a doubles machine lately. Quinones knocks him in for the first run of the game for Chicago. Watley knocks him in. So now it's 3-2 Minnesota. And Anthony knocks him in. Look at that. Double single, double single. Anthony's been our hottest hitter since the All-Star break. Colson gets a hit. That's 5 straight hits. And a walk. Now we have bases loaded for Alfredo Villa, the rookie, hitting over 400. It's a sac fly, so now we have the lead. Rocha, fielder's choice. De La Rosa singles. Now it's 5-3. And Caro hits into a fielder's choice. So Hagen gives up 3 in the bottom of the second. Chicago comes back with 5 big runs in the third inning. Lewis with a single. Wallner with a single. It's going to be one of these high-scoring games, guys. Buxton with a single. 3 straight singles loads the bases. 4 straight singles makes it 5-5. A 3-run homer by Mejia. What is going on in this game? Paul Schnell comes in now. Gets a fly out, a single, a fielder's choice, hit by pitch, and a strikeout. My goodness. It's 8-5, and we're in the top of the fourth. 17 hits already. Make that 18 as Canone's doubles. Ground out by Watley. Roman Anthony with a 2-run shot. It's 8-7. What a game. Then they bring in Humberto Crespo. So both starting pitchers got shelled early. Monty grounds out. Caglione grounds out. Somebody has to pitch well today. Ground out. Strikeout. Ground out. All right. Paul Schnell does something. Villa grounds out. Rocha grounds out. De La Rosa strikes out. Kolek comes in. Good Lord. Help us. Single. Pop out. Fly out. Fly out. All right. So he had a clean inning. Well, I wouldn't say clean. He gave up a hit, but at least he didn't give up a run. Caro grounds out. Strikeout. Solo homer by Watley ties it. Oh my gosh. Dexter, have a rookie season, man. Anthony Kays. So we're tied going to the bottom of the 6th. Fly out. Ground out. Walk. 2-run homer by Buxton. That's the Kolek we've seen all year long. Vaughn strikes out. So now we're back down by 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Montgomery grounds out. Kaggs grounds out. And Villa strikes out. Get him out of this game. There we go. Bo Brisky. Strikeout. Fly out. Fly out. All right, bottom 3 in the order here in the 8th inning. Tanner Scott coming in. Rocha grounds out. De La Rosa strikes out. Caro singles. Come on, Canones. Walk. Here's Dexter. Already hit a home run earlier. And he strikes out. All right, bottom of the 8th. Top of the order. Get a walk. Fly out. Fly out. Pop out. All right, here we are on top of the 9th. 3-4-5 coming up to bat. Alex Lang comes in. So they get rid of the lefty, bring in a righty to face 4 straight lefties. Okay. The triple by Anthony. A walk by Montgomery. Come on, Jack. Hit a 3-run bomb, please. Nope. Double play. And Villa grounds out. So, pitching, neither team had any of it for this game. And we dropped game 1, so now we're 3.5 games back of the Twins. Crespo with the win, Kolek with the loss, Lang with the save. Hopefully we can get some pitching in game 2. Look at this box score. 2 hits for Canones, 2 for Watley, 4 for Roman Anthony, 2 for Caro. Home run by Anthony and Watley. Hagen Smith, 8 runs in 2 innings. Kolek ends up taking the loss. Look at those ERAs. Ugh. On their side, 3 hits for Buxton, 2 for Vaughn, 3 for Francisco Mejia, including 5 RBI. Hit 2 home runs. I didn't realize he hit 2 home runs. Wow, okay. And Festa, 7 runs and 3 1/3. Now we have game 2 of this 3-game series. Chicago desperately needs to win this game. On the mound for Minnesota, Casey Mize. You can see he's 14-6 with 3.28 ERA. This will be a much tougher task than game 1 was. All right, Canones leads off with a fly out. Ground out for Watley. Solo homer by Roman Anthony. My God, he's on fire. And a ground out by Monty. All right, 1-0. Bottom of the 1st. Jenkins walks. Correa grounds out. Lewis flies out. Wallner Kays. There we go. Way to go, Medrano. Caglione grounds out. Villa strikes out. Rocha strikes out. Buxton ties it with a solo homer. Get a ground out, a single, a ground out, an error. Got 2 on, 2 out. Single by Jenkins. Loads the bases. Correa strikes out. So Medrano pitches out of that mess. De La Rosa strikes out. Caro reaches on an error. Canone singles and he scores. So now it's 2-1 White Sox. And double play by Watley. Get a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Anthony Kays, Montgomery Kays. Caglione pops out. Jack has just been awful this year. Ground out, strikeout. There we go. Medrano settling in. Villa strikes out. Rocha pops out. De La Rosa lines out. His single by Brooks Lee. Line out. Ground out. 2-run homer by Royce Lewis makes it 3-2 Minnesota. And Wallner flies out. Ground out. Walk. Walk. All right. Anthony, let's go. You've been the hottest guy. Nope. Fielder's choice. 2 on, 2 out. Come on, Monty. Nope. Ground out. Clutch hitting has definitely not been in our genes this game. Buxton singles. Steals second. And we bring in a new pitcher. That's strange. He gets on a single on steals, and then they bring in the new pitcher. Okay. Vaughn grounds out. Mejia grounds out. Keishel flies out. All right. See if we can make some hay off Casey Mize here in the 7th. Jack singles. And they bring in Bryce Wilson. Villa hits into a double play, and Rocha flies out. Not good. Get a strikeout, a ground out, and a walk. Royce Lewis singles. Wallner singles. It's now 4-2. Strikeout ends the inning. They bring in Jason Foley. Get a single. Double play. That's the second double play they've gotten. And a ground out. Luis Patino comes in for the 8th. Try and hold them to this 2-run deficit. And we do. So now we have 2, 3, 4, 5 coming up in the 9th. Down by 2. They bring in Alex Lang. Watley grounds out. Anthony grounds out. Montgomery strikes out. So now we've dropped the first 2 games of this big series. It pretty much eliminates us from winning the division unless Minnesota goes on a losing streak. See, Mize is 15-6. Medrano's got 13 wins. See, we only scattered 4 hits, 2 walks. Scored on Anthony's home run and Canone's hit. Medrano didn't pitch poorly, but we just didn't get enough offense. Lewis with the 2-run homer. Buxton with a solo homer. Casey Mize pitched well. Bullpen did their job. And Sox lose game 2. And now we put it in the hands of rookie Ricky McCann to keep us within striking distance. We're 4.5 games out. And a huge start for the rookie as the Twins wear one of their alternate uniforms. You can see 4.5 games back with Cleveland. And we got to make sure we win this game. On the mound, Joe Ryan, 13-7 with a 4.29 ERA. Be faced by, as I said, Ricky McCann. And Sean Canone starts it with a pop out. Watley flies out. Anthony singles, staying hot. Montgomery singles. All right, Jack, you have not been clutch this year. We need you right here. There we go. Base hit, drives in a run. We flipped Rocha and Villa in the batting order and get a ground out. So now it's Ricky McCann's turn. Step up, Ricky. Let's go. Jenkins strikes out. Correa grounds out. Lewis grounds out. All right, Villa leading off the second. Strikes out. De La Rosa pops out. Caro flies out. Wallner. Buxton. Vaughn singles. Their first hit. Mejia strikes out. So we get through the second. Only 1 hit allowed. There we go. Canones grounds out. Watley doubles. Anthony strikes out. Montgomery strikes out. Keishel flies out. Lee strikes out. Jenkins flies out. So he's through 3 innings. Only allowed 1 base runner so far. Jack grounds out. Rocha grounds out. Villa singles. De La Rosa singles. Come on, Carroll. Nope, fielder's choice. Correa grounds out. Lewis flies out. Wallner pops out. So Ricky's doing his job so far. Come on, offense. Fly out. Ground out. Fly out. All right, Buxton. Singles. Steals. Nope. Single by Vaughn. I thought he stole. 2 on. Nobody out. Mejia. 3 straight singles. Not good. Come on. Need to strike out our double play here. There we go. There's the double play. No one scores. And a fielder's choice. So Ricky McCann pitches out of a bases loaded, nobody out jam in the 5th. Montgomery lines out. Jack grounds out. Rocha strikes out. Middle of our order is just stone cold, man. Fly out. Double by Correa. Fly out. Strikeout. So McCann pitching around danger. Villa singles. It's his second of the game. De La Rosa doubles him in. It's 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-0 White Sox. They bring in Zebby Matthews. Carroll pops out. Canones walks. So 2 on, 1 out. Watley hits him with a double play. Man, we've hit a lot of double plays in this series. Buxton singles. Single by Vaughn. We saw this in the 5th inning. A double by Mejia drives them both in to tie this game. We have 2 on, 2 out. Correa. So Minnesota does not leave the runners on base that inning. Tie the game as we go to the 8th. Strikeout. Solo homer by Colson Montgomery. There we go. About time somebody in the middle of the order did something. Jack singles. Rocha walks. Come on, Villa. Double play. Another double play. At least we got the lead. Lewis up. Let's see if they take McCann out. Yep, Jose Hernandez coming in. Gives up a single. Caught stealing. That was huge. Ground out. Fly out. So Garrett Lewis will be in the ninth inning for the Sox. De La Rosa facing Carlos Estevez. Triple. Wonderful. Carroll strikes out. Come on, Canones. Knock him in. Walk. 2 on, 1 out. Watley. Singles. There we go. 4-2. Anthony strikes out. Montgomery, can you drive another run in? Watley steals second. A walk. Bases are loaded for Jack. Let's watch this at bat. Estevez's 2-1 pitch is going to be a fly ball in the left field. Not the big fly we wanted. All the way into left center field. Wallner's going to have that, and that's the third out. So going to go to the bottom half of the inning. Minnesota down 4-2. Hopefully Garrett Lewis can do it against the bottom third of the order. Here he is. Garrett Lewis, 44 saves. Been excellent. Look at that batting average against both sides is below 190. Vaughn flies out. Mejia grounds out. Let's watch this at bat. Here we go. Trying to salvage game 3 of this series. 3-1 pitch. It's going to be a pop-up in the infield. So the Sox, behind 2 rookie pitchers, Ricky McCann and Garrett Lewis, salvage game 3 in the series. Clutch home run by Colson Montgomery. And Chicago avoids the sweep. They stay within 3.5 games of the Twins. Going to need a lot of help as they do not play them anymore the rest of the year. You can see Ricky McCann 13-7. Zebby Matthews with the loss, and Garrett Lewis 45 saves. Not the series we wanted, but at least we didn't get swept. We get a box score: 2 hits for Watley, 2 hits for Montgomery, 2 for Jack, 2 for Villa, 3 for De La Rosa. De La Rosa had a single, a double, and a triple. Montgomery with a huge home run. And Ricky McCann, 2 runs in 7 innings, and the bullpen did their job. 30th hold for Jose Hernandez. What a job as our setup guy. And the Sox win. And we didn't get to see it on camera, but Alfredo Villa hits his first Major League home run here off the A's as we win 5-4. Garrett Lewis gets the save. Jack Caglione came in and pitched a third of an inning and got the win. Holy crap. That's amazing. He was on a day off. Must have been tired from hitting, and he had to come in and pitch. So there we go. Sox get the win. Dropped game 1. And unfortunately, we're 4.5 games back. And after dropping 2 out of 3 at Minnesota to knock us pretty much out of the division race, we're sitting 6 games back, only 1 game out of second place. And you can see we are in a tie with the Yankees for the 3rd playoff spot. And we have a huge 3-game series at New York. So let's get in here and sim these games and see where we stand. Game 1. Davy Garcia, Clayton Beater. And the Sox win 8-4. 3 hits for Brito, 2 for Rocha, 3 for Canones, 2 for Villa. Home runs by Brito, Caglione, and Villa. Garcia pitches great. Davis tries to blow the game, but we hang on and win. Gives us a 1-game lead now with 2 to play. Also ties us with the Royals. And now game 2, Cade Cavalli against Nestor Cortez. And the Yankees win 6-5. Check this box score. 2 hits for Canones, 2 for Montgomery, 3 for Villa, 2 for De La Rosa. Montgomery with a home run. Cavalli pitched poorly, and Hernandez takes the loss. And now there's a 3-way tie for the 2nd and 3rd playoff spots. Who's Kansas City playing? Kansas City's playing Boston, Toronto, and Cleveland. So that's huge for them. That is a tough schedule, having to face Boston and then Cleveland to wrap up the year. Although we do have to face Boston ourselves. We play the Mets and Boston after this. So game 3, Hagen Smith, Luis Gil. Yankees are up 1-0 in the 9th. Men on 2nd and 3rd. 1 out. Roman Anthony up. Let's hop in and watch this. And the Yankees are going to walk Anthony and load the bases. Art Rocha, bases loaded, 1 out. You stay away from the double play and get this ball in the air and get a fly ball, sac fly, tie the game. Or better. First pitch is low. See, his average has dipped all the way to 229. He was hitting 290s at one point in the season. He's really struggled in the second half. Tough spot for Ian Hamilton. Let's go, Rocha. 1-0 pitch. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to score at least 1, maybe 2 runs. Here comes the runner around third. Throw comes in, and he's safe. Montgomery beats the tag, and the Sox take a 2-1 lead. There you go, Art Rocha. Huge base hit. Go Sox, let's go. That's going to bring in Luke Weaver out of the pen. Try and keep this a 2-1 game for the White Sox. Let's see if we can add on more. Big spot for Carroll here. 2 on, 1 out. And it's going to be a fly ball into right field. And diving into it, he doesn't catch it. It's going to reach on a hit. And the throw comes in wildly, but the runners stay at third. So now we have the bases loaded. Edgar keeps this inning alive. Let's look at this again. Just a little flare. The right fielder makes a valiant attempt, but can't come up with it. Runners had to wait to see if he's going to catch it. Big spot here for the rookie. Sees 1 for 3. Hitting .303 with 2 home runs, 7 RBI. Got bases loaded, 1 out. Down in the count, 0-2. Weaver's pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. Huge out for the Yankees. De La Rosa in a big spot. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Sox just rallied for a 2-1 lead. 2-2 pitch from Weaver. The strike 3. Looks at strike 3. Strand the bases loaded, but Chicago rallies for 2 big runs. And now we have to face the top of the order in the bottom of the ninth to try and hold this 2-1 lead. And in the ball game is going to be Garrett Lewis looking for his 49th save. Gets a strikeout at Chisholm. Volpe doubles. Tying run at second. 1 out. Lewis's pitch to Judge. It's a smash down third base line. That's going to tie the ball game. De La Rosa scoops that and gets it back in. And Judge is going to hold it first with an RBI single. So now we have a tie game again. Poor Garrett. Every time we watch him, he struggles. When we do the sim, he does great. Look at this replay. Right down the line. Never had a chance. And this game is tied and hopefully going extra innings. They're going to pinch run for him, too. Rooker flies out. That's a huge out there. Soderstrom singles. We have 2 on, 2 out for Santander. Ian Jabot's coming in, and he gets the fly out. So we put up 2 in the top half. Chicago puts up 1 in the bottom half. Top of the order coming up now in the 10th for the Sox. Watley reaches on an error, and then he's caught stealing. Brito grounds out. Monty strikes out. We have their bottom 3. Ground out, fly out, single by Vivas. Chisholm walks. Volpe's up now with 2 on, 2 out. He grounds out. Dodge that bullet. Jack leading off the 11th. Against Will Warren. Flies out. Anthony grounds out. Rocha strikes out. This should be Judge, but they pinch ran for him. And Kolek comes in and gives up a hit. There's a fly out. Stolen base. Walk. And I'm going to step in here and pull him out of the game. We're bringing in Jose Hernandez. I don't care that he's not warmed up. I do not want Stephen Kolek giving up the loss on this game. And we get Santander to pop out. And we give up a 3-run homer and lose. My goodness. Let's take a look at this box score. We had 7 different guys get 1 hit. Montgomery with the only extra base hit. Hagen Smith pitched okay. 4 walks, 9 strikeouts means he threw a lot of pitches. See, Garrett Lewis blew the save in the 9th. Kolek, 1-6. He's horrendous. Might have to. We get to the playoffs. He is not going to be on the roster. We will make him inactive and put somebody else in there. But that was a 3-run shot Hernandez gave up. As you can see on their side, 3 for Chisholm, 2 for Judge. That home run by Wells. Heel pitches great. Hamilton gave up the tying, and their bullpen did the job, and ours didn't. Take a look at the standings. We're 5 games out in the division, and now we're 1 game behind the Royals and the Yankees for the final playoff spot. That was a huge series for them. Not so good for us. And now we have a very tough task here, as we have to beat the Mets and the Red Sox with the Yankees playing. They have the Orioles. That's good for us. Toronto, that's not good for us. They've already lost 100 games. Kansas City, on the other hand, they play Toronto and Cleveland. Cleveland has Oakland and Kansas City. So We're the only one of those teams that do not have an easy series in their last two. They have two tough series, and it's going to be all we can do to make the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, our AA team, the Barons, won both first and second halves, so they are going to go to the next round of the playoffs. Down in AAA, the Knights did not make the playoffs. All right, game one against the Mets. Luis Garcia against Anthony Medrano. Medrano trying for his 15th win. And we get it, 2-0. Way to go, Anthony. 5-hitter, walks 3. Jack, 2 RBI. Medrano, 8 shutout innings. And Lewis gets his 49th save. There we go. Anthony, let's go. And the Yankees win game 1 against Baltimore. That pushes us a game and a half back, making our playoff chances tougher unless the Royals start losing. And the Yankees win game 2 against Baltimore, so they've won first 2 of the 3 games. Huge series for them. So put us in the standings. We are now a game and a half behind them, but we're tied with the Royals, who must have lost. Go look. Yeah, they lost to Toronto 6-3. So they are imploding. They've only got 4 wins in the last 2 weeks. Let's see what happens here on this Wednesday game. Ricky McCann against David Peterson. And Ricky McCann wins 6-0. We haven't given up a run in the series so far. 16 wins for Ricky McCann. Scatters 4 hits. Complete game shutout. He is 16-7 now. My goodness, what a rookie season for Ricky McCann. The 2 young lefties are carrying us so far. And Kansas City loses to Toronto. So that's good. It gives us a game lead with 4 games to play. And the Yankees lose to Baltimore. Check out these standings. We're not going to win the division. But now the Royals are a game behind us. And we're a half game behind the Yankees. So let's see what happens here in game 3. We know the Yankees are off today. The Royals are playing Toronto. They're trying not to get swept. We're trying to sweep New York. Davy Garcia against Trevor McGill. And we lose 9-6. Yeah, Garcia got lit up. Patino didn't do well. Kansas City gets swept, though, so that's good. Keeps us a game ahead with 3 games to play. Standings-wise, there we go. So we're a full game behind the Yankees. Guardians are in as a wild card, and the Royals are 1 game back. So it's a 3-team race for those 2 playoff spots. All right, so Kansas City takes on Cleveland. The Yankees take on Toronto, which should be a sweep. And we have Boston. Huge series here. Cake to Valley, Cutter Crawford. And we win 4-2. There we go. 2 RBIs and 4 hits for Jeremy De La Rosa. Villa with 3 more hits, including a home run. Cavalli pitches great. Lewis gets his 50th save as a rookie. Kansas City beats Cleveland. And the Yankees shut out Toronto. So our wild card standings don't change. 1 game behind the Yankees for the second wild card. 1 game ahead of the Royals with 2 games to play. If we can get a win with Hagen Smith, and the Royals can lose Cole Reagans against Sandy Alcantara. So if Cleveland can win that game, that would clinch us a wild card spot. All right, so we're going to just sim this game with the Yankees in Toronto. See what happens with their game. And the Yankees win 8-1. Now we're going to go to Kansas City and Cleveland. Cole Reagans, Sandy Alcantara. Need Cleveland to win this game. And Kansas City wins. So we have to win our game. Otherwise, we're going to be tied with 1 day to go. Hagen Smith, Garrett Whitlock. Here we go. And we lose 4-0. Garrett Whitlock, 7 shutout innings. 3 hits for Montgomery, 2 for Canones. Hagen Smith pitched okay. Stephen Kolek again. My God, I got to get this guy off the team. And here we are. Royals and White Sox are battling for the last wild card spot. The Yankees and Guardians are in. Down to the last day. Anthony Medrano against Quinn Priester. All right, we're going to go ahead and simulate this game between Kansas City and Cleveland. Shane Bieber and Kyle Wright. Bieber going for his 19th win. That'll tell us if we have to win the game to stay alive or win the game to go to the playoffs. And the Royals win, so we have to win the game to stay alive. All right, we're going to hop in here and watch this game play as Medrano tries for his 16th win. We went 4-8 against Kansas City on the season, so I'm not sure how this game is going to do a tiebreaker. They should play a one-game playoff, but it might be coded in just to use head-to-head, in which case it won't matter if we win this game or not, but we're going to find out. We're going to watch Anthony Medrano go for his 16th win and see if it makes a difference in our playoff chase or not. We are down to the last day of the season, fighting for our playoff lives. You can see we finally have our first winning season, and it's all on the shoulders of young Anthony Medrano going for that 16th win. ERA under 3, whip barely over 1. Guy's been clutch. See if we can get one more great start out of him. And we get a ground out to start the game by Duran. Abreu grounds out. Devers singles. Casas out on a fielder's choice. Cannone is leading off. Hits a solo shot. There we go. Way to go, Sean. Watley singles. Roman singles. Monty strikes out. Get a steal of third. Not sure why we did that. Jack singles in a run. It's 2-0. Villa grounds out. So we get minutes, second and third, 2 out. Rocha K's. It's a good start by Chicago. Ground out. Single. Strikeout. One more. Let's go. Stolen base. Double by Mayer makes it 2-1. An error puts men at the corners and 2 out. Duran strikes out. De La Rosa grounds out. Caro strikes out. Cannone singles. He's 2 for 2. And then he's caught stealing. Top of the third, Abreu strikes out. Devers grounds out. Casas strikes out. There we go, Medrano. Settle down, man. Watley K's. Anthony singles. Double by Montgomery. Chases him. It's 3-1 now, Chicago. Single by Jack. Makes it men at the corners and 1 out. Villa hits a sac fly to make it 4-1. And a fielder's choice ends the inning. Wong doubles. Montgomery grounds out. Grissom grounds out. Mayer walks. Come on, let's get him. Fly out ends it. Yep. 3-run lead hangs as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. De La Rosa grounds out. Caro grounds out. Cannone singles. He's 3 for 3. He's had 3 hits in 4 innings. Double by Watley. Chases him in. Now 5-1 Chicago. As we head to the top of the 5th. Double by Duran. Strikeout. Strikeout. Single makes it 5-2. Fielder's choice gets us out of it. Monty K's. Jack singles. Villa singles. New pitcher Corbin Burns pitching in relief. Okay. Fly out. And a fielder's choice. So we head to the 6th. 5-3 Chicago. The walk. Strikeout. And Patino comes in. Strikes him out. And a single by Rafael. Makes it 1st and 3rd. 2 out. Stolen base makes it 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. And a line out gets us out of the jam. Ground out, strikeout. Head to the 7th, 3-run lead by Chicago. Austin Davis comes in to face all these lefties. He's up a single, fly out, another single, a fly out. Kolek comes in, please. Gives up a hit. It's 5-3. Fielder's choice gets us out of it. Anthony, come on now. Fly out. Monty doubles. Jack grounds out. Villa grounds out. All right. Precarious 2-run lead here in the 8th inning. Thank you. Jose Hernandez comes in. Gives up a single. Pinch hitter. Michael Blaze. Single. 2 on. Nobody out. Get a fly out. Get a strikeout. Come on. One more batter. Strikeout. There we go. Need some more runs here. Bottom of the order. Let's go. Rocha. Singles. Walk. Come on, Caro. Fielder's choice. Get men at the corners. 1 out. Cannone's 3 hits already. Fielder's choice. Watley flies out. So now we go to the 9th. 5-3 lead. Garrett Lewis coming in. Strikes out Casas. Walks Wong. Gets a pop out to Montgomery. Let's watch this last out. All right. 2-1 count on Vaughn Grissom. 1 on. 2 out, 5-3 lead by Chicago. And that's strike 2. You can see one more save would tie Dane Wheat for the most in the league. Huge at-bat for both teams here. Lewis's 2-2 pitch to Grissom. That's going to be a pop-up in foul territory behind first. Villa runs over, and he's got it, and the Sox win. The White Sox win on the last day of the regular season to tie Kansas City. I don't think this game is programmed for playoff, one-game playoff. We'll find out shortly. Sox win again, yes. We hang on and win in game 162, 5-3 win. Medrano gets his 16th win. Lewis, 51st save to tie for the American League lead. Go to this box score. Gave up 12 hits, 3 doubles. Quinn Priester got lit up, 12 hits and 4 in the third inning. Canone's 3 hits, Watley 2 hits, Anthony 2 hits, Montgomery 2 hits, Jack 3 hits. Everybody but De La Rosa and Caro had hits. Canone's with a home run. Watley with his 20th steal, so he's a 20-20 man. As a rookie, Medrano, 2 runs and 5 1/3. I would have left him in longer than that. Austin Davis gives up a run. Stephen Kolek, I'm going to bury him off the roster if we make the playoffs. And let's find out if we made the playoffs or not. And it looks like we lost on a tiebreaker. Instead of playing a one-game playoff, it gave the last spot to Kansas City. We tied, but we lost head-to-head. So rather than us playing a one-game playoff, it gave Kansas City the last wild card. So we came all the way down to the last day of the regular season, got the win, and it didn't matter. That's tough. What a great season, though, by the White Sox. Gotta love it. Let's get in here and look at some of these awards real quick. And Garrett Lewis, Delivery Man of the Year. Brent Rooker wins the American League MVP. Austin Riley on the National League side. Luis Gil comes out of nowhere and wins the Cy Young in the American League. Tyler Glasnow on the National League side. Aaron Judge is the batting title in the American League. Xavier Edwards in the National League. Here we go. Garrett Lewis, Reliever of the Year. Sean Jelly in the National League, 58 saves. My goodness. Cade Povich wins the Rookie of the Year, going 19-3. Ricky McCann finishes second, 16-7. I don't know why Jack is on there. Shouldn't be on there at all. I would imagine that should be Dexter Watley. Cam Collier, what a terrible rookie class in the National League. Judge wins the Hank Aaron Award. So does Xavier Edwards. And do we win any Gold Gloves? Nope. Silver Sluggers. Nope. All right, so that's it. And that'll be the wrap on Season 5. When I do the off-season episode, I will go through the playoffs and show that at the very beginning, look at the league leaders and stuff, and go from there. But disappointing end. I mean, it was great for us to win, but we had some losses that would have made it a much easier time the last series, and we just got to get better in the bullpen, man. Some of these arms are just killing us. So anyway, if you like this series so far, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell, and I will catch you next time on the Chicago White Sox Draft Only Franchise.